All right, about time for another collection update. I do these videos pretty much once every other month at the beginning of the month to kind of show off all the new stuff that I have in my collection and where it ended up in my display. Starting off over here again, I believe the only thing that's new on this whole shelf is just that I got G1 Meltdown and Half Track last month, so he's in there with my Decepticon Micromasters display. I don't think there's anything new on this shelf. Honestly, I don't have a lot new in the Canon Transformers display this month. I am getting the Wave 3 Legacy United stuff pretty soon, so soon I'll have gears to put up here, but not quite yet. That'll be for the next video. But yeah, nothing new on this shelf. Over here, the next difference is I do have I got Movie One Landmine and decided to put him in with my Wreckers display there. You know, he's kind of like a rough and tumble guy, so I feel like he fits in fairly well with them. And then let's see, what else? Nothing here on these shelves. I did get Legacy United Tigerhawk, obviously. That was the first new figure I got of the year. He's looking pretty good there with the Beast Wars Maximals. I'll be replacing Silverbolt soon, which I'm pretty excited about, but yeah, hasn't quite arrived yet. And then I think the only other difference in the Canon Transformers display is just Studio Series Scrap Heap over here with the Junkions display. I think eventually I'll kind of want to move the Junkions back over here, sort of with the Transformers the movie stuff. I feel like, you know, they're the only thing that, you know, is from the movie that is over here at this point, and the rest of it is over on those shelves. So that's a goal at some point, but they're good for here now. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for the Canon display. The non-Canon display did have a few changes this month, or, you know, the main non-Canon display. I decided to rearrange a few things. This shelf up here, which previously had my, you know, like Beast Wars extra Predacons, I decided to get some Classics and Universe stuff out. I moved Jetfire, Sideswipe, and Sunstreaker from downstairs. And then I had Hound, Cliffjumper, and Prowl before. I just didn't have them out on display, so it's nice to finally get those out. And then, let's see, down here I decided to move the Origin Bumblebee over to this little cubicle here, just kind of, you know, getting ready for when eventually I get that that Origin Wheeljack, which will be great with Bumblebee and Jazz there. Right now I just kind of have Wheelie sitting in that spot as a stand-in just because he's another Cybertronian vehicle. And then moved around a few things here. I got Generations Blur out for display to kind of replace where I think Blitzwing was before in this cubicle. And I moved down here where the Beast Wars Maximals used to be. I got Blitzwing and Onslaught down here, Universe Starscream, and then the three Legends class Insecticons. And yeah, I like how this turned out. You know, I ended up moving the Maximals and Predacons elsewhere just to give them a bit more space to breathe, which is nice. So I'm happy with how that turned out. And then speaking of them, I decided to repurpose this whole shelf, which previously had my Bionicles on it, and make it an extension of the sort of Transformers non-canon display here. Well, mostly Transformers, because I did move my my Rock Lords up here to the top shelf, which yes are not technically Transformers, but you know they fit in just about as well as the McChangeables toys. So I feel like that they work pretty well up here. I'm happy with how they fit. And then down here on this shelf, this is where the Beast Wars Predacons ended up. The ones that were here before, you know, the two Megatrons and the two Scorponox, and then I also got Transmetal Tarantulas out for display, the show colors Black Arachnia, Thrilling 30, Waspinator, both the deluxe one and the little, you know, gun one, and Transmetal 2 Dinobot. And then down here, we've got the Beast Wars Maximals display. Like I said, the ones that were here before, and then in addition to them, I also got Transmetal Fox Kids Rhinox out on display, Transmetal 2 Cybershark, and Universe Dinobot there. But yeah, that's it for the main non-canon Transformers display. And then for the rest of the room here, obviously I had to move those Bionicles somewhere, so I ended up putting them over here on this shelf. I put the, you know, the main sea crawler thing up here where the Rock Lords used to be, and then took all the stuff off these shelves and moved them elsewhere, and just kind of, you know, it's all the same Bionicle figures as before, just kind of split up differently. So we got the, you know, Toa Maori down there and their enemies Oh my gosh, you can literally see like the dust kind of floating in front, in front of the camera here. And then the Borox, and then the Toamata. Yeah, I think that's it for the room. I do, just for lack of a better place, I just have these guys chilling out here right now. They were previously on that black shelf, but ended up like not having a great space for them otherwise. But yeah, I think that's it for up here. The rest of the changes are downstairs. At the bottom of the stairs here, it's been a while since I've shown off this shelf, just because it hasn't changed in a while. But just when I moved Jetfire, Sideswipe, and Sunstreaker from this sort of Generations shelf, I replaced Jetfire with Reveal the Shield, I think, Jazz, who looks really great back there, because for some reason the lighting kind of hides the fact that he's like super, super yellowed. So it's nice to actually have that figure kind of like looking good in this lighting. And then where Sideswipe and Sunstreaker were, I just replaced them with Generations Wheeljack and Reveal the Shield Perceptor. But I think that everything else on this shelf is the same. It's been the same for a while. It's just kind of got it in one with this display. I'm sure a few of these guys will change out at some point, but that's it for down here. Moving on into the sort of game room here, you'll notice that my miniature shelf is looking a little bit empty. That is not a permanent change. I just packed a lot of them up because I guess technically the day this video comes out, I'll be attending some big board game event, and I'm running HeroScape at it. So a lot of those are packed up, but this is not a permanent change, so it's looking a little empty right now. But otherwise, these guys are all the same. The only difference with the miniatures is I did actually end up getting around to painting those little Swamp Guy minis there, so put them out for display, which is nice. I've had like a space carved out for them for the longest time, and I finally, got around to actually doing that. I also got this new wall shelf to put on the wall here, and decided to put my my UB Funkies on it. They were upstairs before, and yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Also on the top here, I got the Knack Knacks that I had previously out for display a while ago. I got them back out on display, and then also put the my Maniac orbs up here, and then nailed to the wall this little unopened pack of Maniac orbs. It's not technically unopened. I have opened this, and I put the my two least favorite back in there, and then kind of sealed it back up, just so it would kind of appear that way, just as a nice little display thing. But it's not technically actually unopened, but I still like it on the wall there. And then over here on this side, I did actually add a couple little wall shelves here. This is where I ended up moving that Lego Ocean MOC that I had up there, and then a lot of the other stuff that was previously on those black shelves upstairs where my Bionicles are now, I now have down here, like the Toxic Crusader, Avenger, I can't remember, yeah, I can never remember which is which, because the other one is like a different name for like Venom or something like that. I don't know, but one of those guys, I've got them there. The little shopping cart guy, the Cube World stuff. Got out that the bigger Fungus Among Us thing back on display. Little mini baby Grogu there and his little frog. This little gumball machine monster thing. My two Lost Kitten things, and then this little Kinder Egg mole guy. Got those out for display, so I'm pretty pleased with that. And apart from that, in this room, I also, again, not really a display piece necessarily, it's more for the game itself, but I did make this big HeroScape map, which looks pretty cool there. I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. I started out building it as like this was supposed to be the one I was going to bring along with me to the game day, but it just got out of hand. It's way too big to cart around for that reason. So I'm going to make a smaller one to actually bring to that game day that I'm packed up for. But yeah, I don't know. I do like how it turned out. It's just not really a transportable map. But yeah, that's it for this room. And then real quick in my little kitchen display here, only thing that's different in this room is that I ended up making a Bionicle MOC, which is something I've been meaning to get around to for a while, which is, loosely based on one that I had kind of made as a kid, which had like the upper torso of Toa Gali and the lower torso of, I forget what they're called, one of the like, Hordika or something like that. I don't know, one of the mutated Toa there, and then the Makuta mask flipped that way. But yeah, no, I like how this turned out. It was a fun kind of little experiment, but that's the only thing that's actually different in this room. And then moving on to the main room here, the main Lego display is pretty much the same. I just moved that little creepy occult living room MOC back there that was previously where that new Bionicle MOC is, just so it still had somewhere to be. But that's it for the Legos there. And then over here, yeah, I got more Dunnies. I can't be stopped, and I won't be. Yeah, I got quite a few more Dunnies over the past couple months. I ended up having to make these little like foam core risers for them so they could all actually, be displayed and be seen standing behind each other. But yeah, no, I'm pretty pleased with how this looked out. I'm slowing down on Dunnies a little bit, but still, it was nice to get all these new ones. I really like a lot of these. And then moving on over to this shelf, there are a few differences this time. With those lots of Dunnies, I ended up getting just like happenstantially a few other random designer toys. Like I got this second little yellow cactus pup here and his little sausage friend and the little cactus kitten there to go with my original cactus pup. And then down here, we've got a bunch more kind of designer toy guys. These two little Raffies, this little unpainted guy, which I don't really know a whole lot about. These two little sort of Jeff Koons-esque looking balloon animal giraffes. I want to say his name is like King Can or something like that. I don't know. And then this little orange guy in the background there. And I think the rest of these I had before, but it was nice to get a few more designer toys. And then let's see, I think this is all the same. And then over here, I did end up getting G1 Wheelie this month, so put him with my G1 Transformers display, and I think that's everything for the for this video. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you've been enjoying these collection updates, let me know. I'll have another one probably not till June, just because every other month seems like a good pace for these. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I do reviews usually every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, with the occasional bonus Saturday video. And yeah, without further ado, here is my collection update for April 2024.